Hi, I'm Dhwani and welcome to my channel. So today I'll be using the products which I have in my project pan to create this look, and I really have to wear this look and go out, so I've kept that in mind and created this look. So let's go. So to start off, I'll be using a primer. This one is from Recode, and this is sort of a silicone primer, and this is what I use generally. And anybody with like textured skin, I think, should be using a silicone primer. Something like this, it's pretty affordable and you get a good amount. Though I wish it was in a squeezy tube, it would have been much easier for me to use than dunking my fingers in here and taking it out. But nevertheless, I'll be just dotting it around first and just slowly rub it in. So now I'm done with my primer. So the next thing are my eyebrows. So to start off, I'll be using the pencil from the Face Shop. I don't know if they still make it or not, and this is the only eyebrow pencil that I have and I use. And I also don't do a lot for my eyebrows. I just like fill it in and brush it out. Yeah, so my eyebrows are done now. So now I will go ahead with this stroke cream from MAC. I like a dewy base, so I'll apply it all over my face. So I'll just dab it. So now it has given a nice glow to my face, which is exactly what I was going for. So now I'll be using this Sweet Cheeks blush from Prosh, and I will dot it on my cheeks here on the below the cheek. So to blend it all, I will be using a beauty blender. Now the blush is all blended in. Now I'll be using this elf putty bronzer to create certain shadows on my face. So now I'll just blend it out. The next step will be concealer. I generally don't do a lot of concealer, just on the I generally do like spot correcting with my concealer, and this is very handy for that. So I'll just put it under my eyes and some other acne marks and pimples that I have right now. I'm done with my spot correcting, and now I'll be using my foundation once I've done with all the liquid stuff. Just to provide a little bit of coverage, I'll be using the one from Kiro. It has medium coverage, and that's what I usually like to do as well. So now I'm all done. You must be wondering, why did I put all the blush and everything before if I had to cover it all with foundation. It's a technique called underpainting, and I generally prefer that because then even if I put a lot of anything, it gets covered. It does not look a lot, and then I know the things I want to highlight because I do use powders as well, and then with this technique it does not get a lot and also looks very natural and nice. So now after I'm done with my foundation, I'll be using this powder. It's the Fit Me Loose powder, and this is what I use generally as well. Something I prefer a lot, and this also gives a little bit of coverage. Now it's time for powdered blush, bronzer and highlighter. For the bronzer, I'll be using the Cupcake bronzer from Cuffs and Lashes. I don't think the brand still makes it, but I really like the formulation. I wish the brand also maybe gets it back or something. So wherever I place my cream bronzer, now I will be putting my powder bronzer. Okay, on my forehead and my nose, I did not do cream bronzing because I don't like to do a lot of it. But with the on my cheeks and my jawline, I did. So you can see that that shadow is more prominent here compared to here and here, and that's generally what I like. I like to be a little subtle here, and here I would like to have those chiseled cheekbones. Now for the powder blush, I'll be using this blush from Etude House. I really like it. It's very subtle. It's not too like on your face. Pretty good for every day. Now for highlighter, I'll be using the Mary Luminizer from the Balm. It was a cult favorite highlighter at some time, but I still like it because of how subtle it is. I'm not into blinding highlighters and I never was, but this is something which, you know, it gives that nice glow. And the brush I like to use is this one. It's a pretty small brush, pretty soft as well. This one is from the Revolution. This is like a Nemo collection that they had. I don't know if they still make the Nemo collection, but of course they have like brushes like these which are pretty good. So I just take some on my brush slightly, dab off the axis and just apply it lightly over like on this area and here and on my nose. So with all the powders in, I will like to use the setting spray now before I do my eyes and lips. Just shake it a bit and starting off with my eyes, I really like shimmery shadows and I generally like colorful eyeshadows as well. So this is the palette I'll be going in with. These are the two shades which are there in my project. The Momentum shade, this nude shade, and this purple ultraviolet glittery shade. So I plan to use these two along with a few more shades to create like a purpley look which will match with my sweater. So I'll be firstly setting my eyelids. So I'll go all over my eyelids with this Momentum shade from here. So it'll like give like a clean base. And so now I will go with the shade of Balance and sort of like keep it here, only on the edge and blend it in. And yes, I'm using the same brush because the previous shade was Monumental and it was sort of like a nude shade and it did not matter. So I generally do this, that I use the same brush if a newer brush is not needed. So now I'll be using the ultraviolet shimmer shade. This one, I'll take it on my fingers and like dab it all over my lid. So I think now I'll be doing like a black half wing and mascara. So let me do that and I'll be right back. My liner and my mascara, and this is how my eyes are looking. So the liner I use is from Recode and the mascara I use are from Keto. These are pretty average performing liners and mascara, but it's just because I have it and it's not like something that I hate. I still use it and I don't want to throw them out just because I don't like them and I don't think they're perfect. So, but they're decent. It's not that they're bad. And for the lips, I'll be using my favorite combination. This lip liner from Miss Claire, this lipstick from Asa Beauty, and my Fenty gloss. These are also like all three of them are also in my project pan, and what I like to do is I like to create like a dark lip line using this, then fill it in with the Asa Beauty lipstick which is nude, like a pinky nude, and top it off with the gloss, so it creates like a nice glossy nude lip. And my look is all done. I will probably be keeping my hair open with like a side part, and because I think a middle part does not look that good on me. And you know what to do if you like the video. Just like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more such content. Okay, bye.